Everyone talks about hard work and passion. But there's one secret of success no motivational speaker will ever tell you. Most people believe success is a simple formula. Work harder than everyone else. Wake up early, grind longer, push every opportunity, and somehow it will all pay off. That's the story motivational speakers tell you. Follow your passion. Hustle 24/7. Never quit. It sounds inspiring, and it sells well, but here's the truth they rarely admit. Passion and hustle alone don't guarantee success. Why? Because almost everyone makes the same critical mistake. They confuse activity with progress. They measure success by visibility rather than value. They chase applause instead of mastery. They crave instant results instead of building long-term leverage. You may be working harder than ever, posting updates on social media, networking relentlessly, attending every seminar, trying to appear productive every single day. And yet, at the end of the week, month, or year, you might feel stuck, like you're running in circles, burning energy without real growth. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Success is not a public performance. It isn't about likes, followers, or compliments. It isn't about showing the world how hard you're working. Real success is built in private. It's in the work no one sees. The long hours of study that don't make Instagram stories. The repetition nobody applauds. The systems no one talks about. The patience that looks boring. And this is where most people fail. They chase noise. They chase recognition. They chase approval. The most successful people you admire, those who seem unstoppable, untouchable, or effortless, did not achieve it this way. They didn't just grind for the sake of visibility. They observed. They calculated. They built invisible foundations. Every step they took was intentional. Every move was measured. They didn't hustle for recognition. They hustled for results. While the world chased trends, they built skills that would outlast trends. Skills that compounded quietly over time. Skills that gave them leverage, not applause. While the world chased applause, they built networks that could move mountains quietly. People who could make deals, create opportunities, and solve problems without ever needing to show off. While the world chased fame, they built leverage that guaranteed freedom. Financial freedom, mental freedom, strategic freedom. And that is why so many motivated people fail. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack drive. They fail because they follow the loud advice. They copy what works for someone else. They repeat the same steps over and over. And they never pause to understand the silent rules. The ones that actually determine who succeeds. Because the loud rules are easy to see. They're preached in seminars. They're quoted in books. They're reposted on social media. The silent rules, the invisible principles, are what separate the extraordinary from the mediocre. For example, while everyone else chases attention, the successful focus on creating assets that generate leverage. While everyone else chases recognition, they build skills that cannot be taken away. While everyone else chases instant gratification, they work consistently on compounding results. It's not glamorous. It's not exciting. It doesn't make for a viral post. But it works. And the people who follow these silent rules, they don't just survive, they dominate. Because results are rarely accidental. They come from deliberate action, strategy, and patience. They come from understanding that the world rewards invisible value more than visible effort. The problem is, most people never see it. They're too busy running in public, performing their success instead of building it. They wake up every morning thinking that movement equals progress. They fill their days with meetings, updates, calls, and appearances. They celebrate busyness instead of measurable growth. Meanwhile, the truly successful are doing work in the background. They're building foundations that will last decades. They're learning faster than anyone else. They're mastering skills quietly. They're creating leverage where it matters. And here's the cruel truth. The world doesn't notice until it's too late. By the time the public sees the results, it looks sudden, effortless, or lucky. But what really happened is invisible, patient, and often boring work accumulated over years. This is the pattern repeated in every self-made success story. The people who appear extraordinary didn't follow the same advice that motivates everyone else. They didn't just work hard. They worked smart. They worked strategically. They focused on value first, visibility second. And they did it when no one was watching. Because the loud hustle is a trap. It makes people feel productive. It gives a temporary sense of accomplishment. But without silent strategy, it leads nowhere. The most important lesson here: if you want to succeed where others fail, stop chasing the applause. Stop copying the noisy formula. Stop thinking that effort equals results. Instead, build invisible systems. Learn skills that compound. Focus on leverage, not recognition. Be patient when the world demands instant results. Do these things consistently, and success stops being random. It becomes inevitable. Because the people who understand the silent rules of success don't need motivation. They already have results. And the good news? You can learn these rules too. You don't need talent. You don't need fame. You just need awareness, patience, and strategic action. While everyone else performs, you build. While everyone else chases applause, you earn influence. While everyone else seeks validation, you generate results. This is the hidden mistake almost everyone makes. And if you avoid it, you'll be ahead of 90% of the people chasing success right now. Because the loud advice is everywhere. The silent rules are rare. And rare rules create extraordinary outcomes. So what is the secret of success that almost no one ever talks about? It's simple. Yet, it's so rarely emphasized that most people spend their entire lives chasing the wrong things. Leverage your time. Leverage your skills. Leverage your systems. Before you chase results, master these three invisible engines. Time is your most limited resource. No matter how hard you grind, no one can give you more than 24 hours a day. Every hour spent poorly is an hour you'll never get back. Skills are your permanent currency. Money can be lost. Jobs can disappear. Markets can crash. But skills, they grow. They compound. They multiply your value in ways that no paycheck ever can. And systems are your invisible engines. They allow you to achieve things without being everywhere at once. They take effort once and produce results repeatedly. They work while you sleep. They scale silently while others are busy performing for recognition. The people who truly succeed don't just grind like everyone else. They ask better questions. How can I make this skill multiply, instead of just using it once a day? How can I create a system that runs while I sleep, instead of relying solely on my presence? How can I get results without being visible everywhere at once, without showing off, without chasing applause? They focus on compounding value, not instant rewards, not likes, shares, or applause. They understand a truth almost no one teaches. Success is invisible at first. It doesn't feel exciting. It doesn't give you immediate recognition. It doesn't make you famous overnight. At first, it can even feel boring or discouraging. But when the foundation is right, when skills, time, and systems align, the results appear. Sometimes suddenly, sometimes explosively. This is where most people fail. Patience. The most powerful advantage in life is patience. Patience combined with consistent action. Patience combined with smart strategy. Patience combined with quiet mastery. And here's the uncomfortable truth. No motivational speaker will ever sell this. No viral post will make it sound exciting. Because it is boring until it works. Most people quit before it works. Most people chase applause and attention publicly, hoping visibility equals progress. Most people look busy instead of building real, lasting value. The real secret, hidden in the background of every success story you admire, is always the same. Learning faster than anyone else. Constantly upgrading knowledge, reading, observing, and practicing until mastery becomes natural. Building assets and skills quietly. Skills that compound over time, assets that generate value without constant attention, and knowledge that outlasts trends. Creating systems that scale independently. Engines that produce results without constant human effort, multiplying impact beyond effort alone. Waiting for compounding results. Understanding that growth is rarely linear. Results often feel invisible for months or even years, until the perfect conditions reveal themselves. When these elements align, the outcome seems almost magical. The success appears sudden, explosive, overnight. But it's not luck. It's decades of invisible preparation. The kind of preparation nobody else notices until the payoff hits. And here's the most liberating part: anyone can do this. You don't need exceptional talent. You don't need fame. You don't need an extraordinary story. What you need is strategy, patience, and leverage. Strategy: knowing which skills and systems matter most. Patience: waiting quietly while value compounds. Leverage: using your time, skills, and systems to multiply your impact. Do this consistently, and success stops being random. It stops being a matter of luck, timing, or social media hype. It becomes inevitable. Because while everyone else chases applause, attention, and validation, you are quietly building something no one can take away. Something permanent. Something independent of fame, recognition, or approval. Something that compounds quietly in the background, growing stronger while the rest of the world is distracted. This is the secret that even the most popular motivational speakers rarely emphasize. It's not flashy. It doesn't give you instant dopamine. It won't make a viral headline. But it works. Every time. The people who follow this secret understand one more thing. Visibility is temporary. Value is permanent. The applause will fade. The likes will vanish. The recognition will be gone. But a skill that multiplies. A system that works while you sleep. Time invested wisely and patiently. That lasts forever. The world rewards those who master the invisible rules. The loud, visible hustle may make you feel busy, but it rarely moves the needle in the long term. Quiet mastery. Strategic patience. Compounding leverage. Do that, and success is no longer a game of chance. It's a process. It's inevitable. It's yours to claim. And the most powerful part: while everyone else is distracted chasing applause, you are quietly building freedom. Freedom from stress. Freedom from instability. Freedom to design your life. Because real success is not a performance for others. It's a life built silently, strategically, and invisibly. Those who understand this secret don't just survive, they thrive. They don't follow trends, they set foundations. They don't seek approval, they build results. And that, in the end, is the ultimate edge. The edge no motivational speaker ever sells. The secret success nobody talks about.